Good morning. This is Benjamin Johnson with Humanity First Productions. This is I'm gonna start off with a short story. This is for people who know me, people who grew up with me, knew I was a little on the wild side. Um, I was hanging out at an apartment in Ellenville, New York, where I grew up at. Um, I had moved back there when I was about 30 years old, just for the summertime. And I'm not going to tell you exactly whose apartment I was in, but I was in this apartment, and it was early in the morning time, and I was waiting for a person to bring back some crack cocaine. And they brought back the crack cocaine, and I'm sitting there, and I took a hit off this long glass stem. So you know that the ears is ringing, man. I got my hands on my knees. I can't move. I'm stuck on stupid, as we used to say back in the day. And I can remember these muffled voices going on while I was high. Now, I was up all night, and I remember drinking NyQuil out of somebody's medicine cabinet so I can come down a little bit. But anyway, and I remember somebody asking me, you want to go get some booze? And I said, yeah, but you know how when you all cracked up and I was about to go outside, and I'm like, I don't want to go out there in this sun. I got my high beams on, my eyes is wide open, and I walk outside and the sun is hitting me in my face, and I'm looking around and I'm paranoid. It seems like everybody's looking at me. They know I'm all cracked up walking up the street, you know. But you know the deal if you ever been messing around with that. So anyway, I go in the liquor store. I grab the bottle of vodka. I walk outside the liquor store, and I couldn't wait because I wanted to come down. I just couldn't wait. And right outside the liquor store, I opened up that bottle of vodka and hit it right there on the corner. And as I put my head back to take the drink, something came over me. And in that split second, I called on God. It was weird because I was high as hell. But I called on God and I said, God, if you help me right now out of this, I'll never use it again. I promise I'll never use it again. And in the next minute, a friend of mine walked around the corner. Now remember, this guy, he was a drunkard too. And he actually was getting grants from welfare. But in order for him to stay on welfare, he had to go to treatment. And I think he was getting like disability for being an alcoholic. But anyway, make a long story short. Anyway, I remember him telling me that. So I asked him, did he still have the card to his counselor? So he gave me the card to the counselor. I want to make this long story short. He gave me the card to the counselor, and I called the counselor up. I got an appointment that day. I went to see the appointment. She told me, if you can stay clean for 4 days, I'll get you a bed in Middletown Psychiatric Hospital Rehabilitation Center. So I got to bus fare, went to Middletown, stayed at my son's mother's house for 4 days. My son was born July the 17th. This was around August the 8th. And I remember him sleeping on my chest while I was waiting to go into this facility. So anyway, 29 years later, which is now, I kept that promise. I told God that I would never use again, and I have never used again in order to get high for the last 29 years. Now, I say that because I'm trying to make a point of reference as to believing in God and having faith in God, but at the time knowing that God exists and having one of those foxhole prayers and asking God to do something, and me looking back at that and being clean all of this time and being in recovery all of this time allows me to understand, believe, and have faith that there really is a higher power. Now, throughout my life, all kinds of things happened to me. I practiced Islam, studied Buddhism, studied psychology, been baptized in I don't know, I think I was around in my early 30s, was baptized, and after that started practicing Islam. So I've been through a lot of stuff. I've studied a lot of things, read the whole Bible, read the whole Quran, practiced different religions, the whole 9 yards. But I say that to come here because right now I'm dealing with cancer of the prostate, which is fine. You know, it's a part of life. I don't see myself as a person who should not be inflicted with struggles. You know, I see myself just like everybody else. Everybody goes through struggles. The three inevitables of life is illness, death, you know, and aging. You're not gonna get away from those three things. They are inevitable. And one thing I learned about Buddhism is they actually embrace the inevitability of these three things in life. But this brings me to a point, a reference to where, out of all the things I've done in my life, and the tragedies, and then with the good things and the crying and the sadness and the loving and the happiness and family and friends and my beautiful children. So all of these things in my life brought me to a certain point. So it brought me to writing this book. It's called Ambitious Rebellion. And the title means just what it says, ambitious rebellion. I'm ambitious, but I have my own mind, my own way of thinking. So that brings me to having my own mind, my own way of thinking. It brings me to a passage that I wrote in this book. It's called My God. And I would like to read it to you. My God is pure love. My God is most forgiving. My God is most merciful. My God is most beneficent, most kind. My God is most generous, most gracious, most protecting. My God is most precious. My God is all-knowing and most truthful. My God is most great in everything that is good. Therefore, my God isn't punishing. My God isn't vengeful. My God doesn't have a chosen people, doesn't set people up to fail. My God has never committed any type of evil. My God is not a jealous God. My God can't be of hate, can't be influenced by man's insecurities, can't be swayed by rituals or historical interpretations. My God can't be fooled by words. My God's love can't be measured. My God's decisions can't be predicted. My God is spiritual and has not a religion. My God is totally of his own will. My God loves everyone. My God knows what's in the heart. My God is worshiped, adored, followed, sought after, admired, loved, and served by Christ. My God, Spirit, has no boundaries. My God's Spirit has no boundaries or limitations. My God's wisdom can't be imagined or matched. This is my God. I love my God. My God answered my prayer while I was full of sin, crack, alcohol, anger, hate, and self-pity. My God, my God, my God, my God, take me as I am. That's my God. I kind of got into the sense of developing a relationship with God in a way that I understand it, and it actually came from attending AA and NA, because in the third step, they talk about making the decision to turn your life and your will over to the care of God as you understand it, or as I understand it. And it's a big deal turning my will and my life over to a care of God as I understand it, when my five practical senses can't confirm the reality of God. So the only way that I can actually turn my will over to the care of God is through faith. Anyway, my name is Benjamin Johnson. This is Ambitious Rebellion. It's just one of the passages in here. There's a lot of good stuff in this book. You guys should check this book out. I'm serious. I got some things in here. I'm bringing it to the heart. Thank you. Have a great day.